welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today's October 29th, 2018, and today is Monday morning. So looking at the major economic events of the day, nothing scheduled for today, but as the week cooks up, we'll have some major events, including NFP on Friday. So that is coming up. So just be aware of that. Now, a few points before we jump into the charts. Euro and GBP near lows, but will they bounce or test yearly lows? Okay, that's very important. They're near their low, but they're not really testing their lows. So we'll take a look at that in just a moment. Swiss franc on resistance, okay, potential reversal opportunity there. We'll take a look at that. In terms of commodities, gold is flat, and I would have expected it to rally even further from 1235-ish level, but it hasn't. Okay, so it's still just flat there. Oil bounces a little bit, about $1. We'll take a look at that. In terms of the indices, Dow, DAX, and NASDAQ consolidate. But what's in store next? Okay, are they going to bounce? Are they going to test their lows again? That's something to look into. Now, lastly, Facebook, Apple, and ADP all have earning reports this week. So if these reports are really favorable, we should expect the market to actually retaliate on the upside after the bears have taken their toll on the market. So let's see what's been happening in the markets just at large. So we're trading here in the Euro USD at 113.89-ish level, but you can see that we're very close to the lows of the year at 113.21, about 70 pips away from that. So the question is, are we going to test that? Or is it going to be a potential reversal opportunity on the upside? That's something to question right now. And this looks like the flip side of the Dow Jones from just a month ago. Okay, the Dow Jones was trading at 27,000 and just coming very close to all-time highs of the year and breaking it just mildly. Okay, so with that said, okay, is this going to create a double bottom here, or are we going to break further? That's something that you got to wait until the trade actually comes to you. Okay, so right now, I don't want to jump in, maybe just a small tad of like to buy a little bit right here just to see how it's reacting. If it does look like it's solidifying, then it may just bounce at these levels. Okay, GBP USD, same story. We're not at our lows, as you can see, but we're close to the lows, okay, of the year. Same story, okay, which renders to say, okay, is this making a higher low? Okay, right here we do have a little bit of a support level. So with that said, if it does bounce off of this, okay, we could see a reversal on the upside. Now we may just be in a new trading range between the lower range of 128.32-ish level and the upper range of maybe 130-ish level, but that for now is where we're trading. Okay, we got to look at the short-term levels to see where we're trading right now. Now, if you jump to the Aussie USD, still very low. Okay, we made a low of the year last Friday, as we mentioned, as you could see that the wick of just below 70.39-ish level right there. Let's look at a 1-hour chart. That's where we were, but we retaliated right afterwards on the upside. Okay, so if this is the leading indicator out of all the Forex symbols, we may see that bounce later today. So just be aware of that. Now jumping into the Swiss franc, on the flip side of the dollar, we're trading at 99 and we are at resistance. Okay, major resistance here. Several times we tried to break above it and we didn't. So if we do see a reversal later today, that should be expected. Okay, I wouldn't jump extremely aggressive here, but I would test the waters here to see if it does correct on the downside. Just be aware that the Swiss franc doesn't trade as aggressively as some of the other as volatile, okay, as some of the other Forex symbols. So just if you do see that you're getting 40 to 50 pips in it, fantastic. Okay, that's a great trade. Now looking at the gold right here, you can see that it's faltering at this 1240 level and just really having a hard time closing above the 1235-ish level even, and we're trading right here at 1233. So suffice it to say, if the market does bounce this week, we could see a correction in gold as well. Now looking at oil, we saw that little bounce yesterday from 66 to 67. That's a mild bounce, okay, but but it looks like we've for now hit a bottom of $66 a barrel. Okay, so we're not breaking out on our $77 a barrel, but we are consolidating here at 66. So that's something to rejoice, because a little bit of a balance in the market, a little bit of quiet in oil is very important for a steady market, especially as we're going into the winter months in the northern hemisphere, which constitutes most of the population in the world. Now looking at the Dow Jones, okay, this is the correctional move that we've had, the major sell-offs. Okay, as you can see, we have this trend line on the bottom, but as you can see, it consolidated last Friday. Okay, didn't want to break below this 24,670-ish level, and that's really important. Because if we do break this, this trend line on the downside, we could see ourselves, back in the 25,000 area. Now, I'm not saying that we're out of the woods yet. Okay, we still have a few more weeks until we hit Thanksgiving, and then that's generally when we do rally. Okay, I'm not going to be married to that thought, but just want to keep myself in perspective of what's going on. So we have some stocks coming out, major stocks, including Apple and Facebook, ADP, which is a company that is the automated data processing, which is one of the largest payroll companies in the United States. So these companies, are the major focal point of the week as to the direction of the markets. Okay, if they're doing well, then the general market should be doing well. Okay, so keep that in mind. So as we continue to trade throughout the week, if we do get that positive news coming out of the stocks, we should expect some sort of bounce. Now, looking at the DAX really looks like it, consolidated at this 11,000. Really very resilient last Friday. It didn't want to break below this 11,000. And it's not to say that it's going back to 13,000 tomorrow, but altogether, it looks like for now, we're consolidating here at the 11,000. Now, will it bounce? Perhaps it will close this gap, but that's the question. How much further can we expect from the DAX on the upside if it does turn around? Okay, so, altogether, we've sold quite sharply and we are in a downwards trend, but ultimately, as long as we keep this above this 11,000, we may see it bounce to maybe 11,500-ish level. Might not happen today or tomorrow, but as the week progresses, if we do get that positive news coming out of the United States and some of that will trickle down, we may see a correctional move on the upside. So keep that in mind as this week progresses. Now, looking at Apple sideways, okay, so this is really very pivotal. Okay, because investors are not jumping in here to make it go higher because they don't believe that it's necessarily going to go higher, but it's not going lower either. So I guess there's a little bit of hesitation in the markets right now, looking at Apple for some direction in the market. So the question is which direction is it going to go? I don't like going into a number, especially into earnings report with a position. So let's see how that actually comes to you and freights throughout the week, and then we'll know how to actually react to the market's decision. Now, looking at Facebook, now this is very important because here we broke our support level at 150. Okay, we were trading on this 150 several times right here, as you can see, and we finally broke it to 145. Now that is very important. Now that going into a number as we're breaking support is not very encouraging. Okay, new lows for the year. So that's something to consider as the week progresses here with the Facebook number coming out. All right, so I'll take a look at that as well. Amazon also got slammed last week. We bounced all the way to 1,800 and then, gapping down to 1,667. This is really, it's wild, okay? Even if you're trading one share. Okay, this thing is really unbelievable. All right, now we are at the bottom. So the question is are we going to consolidate here? All right, so all eyes are some of the stocks to see, how they will react, and then we'll know how the indices will react as well. Now, Tesla's been very strong, on the flip side, 329 a share. Okay, this has been rallying as the market's been, completely destroyed, which is like unbelievable. So 329. So suffice it to say, if the market does, continue rallying, we could see a correctional move. Now, Tesla is its own animal. Okay, it's not representative of the rest of the market. But however, you see that there are opportunities on the upside as well. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.